Yeah, we back. Now, today's going to be a quick video. Now, I usually do not touch on topics like these when it comes to topics such as religion and spirituality. I feel like that's a personal thing between you and whatever you get involved with. But today, we're going to be talking about it. In today's video, I'm going to be responding to a content creator, somebody who I would deem to be an Arab supremacist. And from the few clips I've seen of him, his mentality is more similar to the jihadists in the Sahel, more so than Ibrahim Traoré. But in this clip, he's trying to claim Ibrahim Traoré based on the commonality of religion, saying that Ibrahim Traoré is not a black man first, he's a Muslim first, right? He's not an African man first, he's a Muslim first. He's one of us, he's with us, right? He's with the Muslims, he's not with y'all, y'all black, right? That's basically what he's saying. So in today's video, I'm gonna be responding to him. So not wasting no time, run the clip, I'll be right back.
So all of a sudden, Ibrahim Traoré is black. Really? Everyone wants to claim Ibrahim Traoré. Kenya says, Ibrahim Traoré is our son. The same Kenya who licks Western boots and send their troop to Haiti. Even Rihanna makes a song about Ibrahim Traoré. Let's leave the Christian la la land and get down to earth reality. Ibrahim is a Muslim name. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Ibrahim. It's Prophet Abraham. Traoré is a Bambara lineage. I'm not 100% sure Ibrahim's paternal line, but Bambara people are Muslims from the Mali Empire of Songhai. You know Mansa Musa? That empire. Mansa Musa was also Muslim, by the way. The alliance of Sahel states with Traoré, Goita of Mali, and Chiani of Niger, around 82% Muslim. Muslims have to be aware of these brainwashed people, because many of them pushing agendas that are against Traoré and the best interest of the Sahelian people.
Now, first things first, before I get started, I just have to say, this guy right here, this is a jihadist, right? This is a jihadist. These are the individuals who the militaries of the AES are hunting down every single day. Individuals who have this mentality based on religious supremacy. His mentality is the reason why President Chiani just bought like $20 million worth of drones last week. His mentality is the reason why we stocking up on the gold so we can go buy more guns. His mentality is the reason why the militaries of the AES are strengthening their forces. Because of this mentality. This right here is a jihadist, right? He is offended of black men of African descent, African men coming together based on our common interest. Why does that bother you? Why are you upset that black men are able to come together even across the lines of spirituality, where a black man could be a Christian, a black man could be a Muslim, a black man could have no faith, a black man could be agnostic, whatever, and we still understand our common international geopolitical interests are still linked, and we march together based on that. We don't let our petty differences, such as our spiritual differences, get in the way of our common advancement. It was the captain himself from day one. He came in the door on day one, standing on Pan-African business. It was not us that pushed that onto him. That was his message that he was sending out into the world, and it resonated with the audience that he was targeting. This guy's making it seem like we just came on the wave the other day. No, it was us from day one that was rocking with the movement from day one. From the very beginning, when they was under sanction, when they was locked out of the international systems, it was us from day one. When it comes to the captain, he built his base off his support based on Pan-Africanism, the young black youth. That's who he targeted. That's who resonated with him the most from the very beginning. He did not build his base of support based on spirituality. He did not divide himself based on spirituality. In fact, at every single turn, he's emphasized the importance of us as African people coming together for our collective prosperity. He did not make divisions based on religion. And on top of that, how could he? Because Burkina Faso was split, I think like what, 60-40, Muslim Christian. So what about the children who are not Muslim? Is he not their leader as well? That's why I say this guy is a jihadist. It's guys like this hopping on the motorbike and going to massacre the whole village. This man is a jihadist. And when it comes to me, I've heard the vast majority of most of the captain's public speeches, and I've never heard him emphasize religion, spirituality. No. And to be honest, most black men who are intelligent, we do not wear our religion on our sleeve like that. We do not divide ourselves based on religion. We are able to coexist with individuals of various faiths with very little conflict. We don't get involved in the spiritual debates. We don't got to go back and forth. My religion is better than your religion. Black men who are intelligent, we have risen above those petty conversations. Your spiritual orientation is a personal thing. Whatever you do behind closed doors between you and yours. That don't got nothing to do with our collective geopolitical, economic, diplomatic, militaristic interests, right? And it's based on that. That's the reason why we resonate with the captain, because the captain was talking to the young black youth. regardless if you're a Muslim or not. I didn't even know he was a Muslim until very recently. That goes to show that it wasn't based, his movement was not based on spirituality. His movement was based on something way beyond that. That's why the message connects with blacks from the continent to the diaspora to the Caribbean, all over the world. And to be honest, this guy in particular, the only reason that he's trying to latch on to Ibrahim Traoré based on the commonality of faith is because he's trying to ride the wave. He's trying to ride the wave. I didn't see any individuals like this back in the early days, right, when they first came to power, when they was under sanction, when they was getting suspensions, when they was locked out the international systems, right? You didn't see any individuals like this back then trying to ride the wave. Back then, it was only the Pan-Africanists. It was only us. Riding with the captain, it was only us. The young black youth, it was only us. Everybody else, y'all came after. And when I say Pan-Africanist, I'm talking about whether you Muslim or not. Because under the ideology of Pan-Africanism, we don't make divisions based off faith. We have risen above those lower level conversations. We're trying to build military alliances. We're trying to establish global trade networks across the black world. We're trying to destroy the multinational corporations. Meanwhile, you still stuck on a low level religious supremacist doctrine. Listen, brother, you are a barbarian, right? You are a barbarian, all right? You have not elevated to the level of the strategic man, the higher thinking man, the enlightened man, right? You are still stuck on petty divisions, tribal divisions. You are a lower level life form, right? You see the jihadists in the Sahel? Look at those barbarians. Those are lower level life forms, right? And that's why they're buying drones. That's why they're buying more guns. That's why they're strengthening their security apparatus for guys like you. Because according to him, Ibrahim Traoré is a leader of a religious group and not a leader of a nation, according to him. Because that's what I hear, right? If it's only about Islam, then that means that Ibrahim Traoré is a leader of a religious faction. He is not a head of state, according to you. And that's why I say the only reason he made this video was to cause division. Because if this guy was in front of me, one thing I would ask him, fine, listen, you're entitled to your spiritual belief. I got no problem with that, brother. I don't divide myself. I don't divide my brothers based off our spiritual orientation. But I would ask him, right, as a leader of a nation, which is very diverse ethnically and spiritually, what about the children who are not Muslim? Do they not count? Are they not worthy of protection? Because when I listen to him speak, to me, it sounds like, forget them children. We're going to go in and massacre the whole village. They can die, right? So that's the mentality that I hear. That's why I say this man is the jihadist. This man is a jihadist. And we could even move the conversation beyond just Muslim and Christian. What about the children who come from families who still stay true to their, indigenous African spiritual systems? What about them? Should they be excluded and marginalized from society? What about the women down at the marketplace, waking up every single day, early morning, grinding all day, trying to feed their families? But the only difference between her and you is she may have a different spiritual orientation than you. So because of that, is she now an outsider? Is she now going to be excluded from society? Is she going to be a second-class citizen based off that, the spiritual difference? What about the elders in the village who aren't even Muslim or Christian? What about them? Are they no longer worthy of respect because of the spiritual difference? Because of the different spiritual orientation? Like I said, man, this guy, man, listen, where was you at in the beginning when they first came to power? When the whole world was converging against them? Where were these guys at? Where were these religious supremacists back in the day? It was only us, the Pan-Africanists. It was only us, the young black youth. That's why even the other day on his social media, Ibrahim Traoré said, I want to say thank you to the Pan-Africanists, the patriots and the Pan-Africanists. That's what he said. Because even he knows back in the day when everybody was against them, it was only us, the Pan-Africanists. It was only us, the young black youth that was standing having his back. It was us. Y'all was not there. The majority of y'all was regurgitating State Department propaganda back then. Y'all was not there. Y'all only came later when the tide began to shift. Now y'all want to claim him and say, nah, he not black first. He not this and that. Nah, it's black first, baby. It's Pan-African first, baby. It's Africa first. Yes. And now, because you want to ride the wave, now you want to add your own little twist on it, your own little sauce on it. No, baby, it's black first. I'm sorry to tell you. Ibrahim Traoré himself, he'll tell you that. Because like I said, since day one, he's been standing on Pan-African business. And that's the difference. The only reason you have an affection towards the captain is based off your commonality based off religion. But if the captain was a Christian, or if he had no faith, or if he was based on the African traditions, then you would say that he was an infidel or a heretic. And when it comes to me, it doesn't matter to me. Whatever God he decides to pray to, it doesn't matter. Because as intelligent black men, as intelligent African men, we don't divide ourselves based off these tribal differences, based off these petty differences, right? We have elevated from the level of savagery. We are able to coexist, cooperate, and coordinate. And because you probably feel left out because it's a big Pan-African party going on, right? So you want to add your own little twist into it. But listen, brother, it's a Pan-African party. We got black Muslim men in the building. We got black Muslim women in the building. We got black Christian women in the building. We got black Christian men in the building. We got everybody in the building. We got the brothers with the voodoo in the building. We got the brothers, listen, with the Ifa in the building. Everybody in the building. You're trying to divide us based off of your own religious doctrine, but everybody is in here having a good time. But one thing I want to address before I get out of here, if you notice, he tried to cause some division amongst the continent and the diaspora, right? He said, oh, look at the Kenyans trying to support the Captain Ibrahim Traoré. Meanwhile, the Kenyan government had sent troops over to Haiti on behalf of the U.S. government, right?
Kenya says Ibrahim Traoré is our son. The same Kenya who licks Western boots and send their troop to Haiti.
Now, in that part of the video, what he tried to do there was cause division between the continent and the diaspora, right? He doesn't give a damn about Haitians because, like I said, he is a jihadist. So due to the fact that Haiti barely has any Muslims and due to the fact that he is a religious supremacist, he doesn't give a damn about me. I'm just a dirty infidel according to him. But at the same time, he's trying to fake some type of sympathy and solidarity with the Haitians in order to cause division amongst the continent and the diaspora. Now, first things first, he tried to denigrate the Kenyans for trying to stand in solidarity with Ibrahim Traoré because of the actions of their government. First of all, the average citizen cannot bear the responsibility of their government because the average everyday citizen does not control the foreign policy of their nation. Just like, for example, the government in Ivory Coast, they're taking certain actions that many of us disagree with at the moment, but we are able to separate the citizens from their government, right? We understand that the government in Ivory Coast, the leaders in Ivory Coast, the political elites of Ivory Coast is not the same as the citizens, the population of Ivory Coast. And the same thing goes for Kenya, right? So trying to pin the actions of the Kenyan government on the Kenyan citizens in order to cause division between the continent and the diaspora just to push your religious supremacy is pathetic, right? It's pathetic. And the fact of the matter is, like I said, as black men and women, our common interest, whether economically, geopolitically, internationally, it goes beyond our spiritual orientations. Even in my audience, I got black men and women from all backgrounds, all walks of life, all spiritual backgrounds, right? But the message resonates because obviously the message, it transcends spiritual divisions. And the same thing goes for the Captain, because the Captain understands that our history and our destinies are linked. That's why his message resonates with the Kenyan, resonates with the Haitian, resonates with the Jamaican, resonates with the African American, resonates with the Ghanaians. Obviously, as you can see, it goes beyond spirituality. And listen, when it comes to me, I'm accustomed to it, man. When it comes to me and my spiritual orientation, I'll be with the ancestors. So I'm already accustomed to being told that I'm a dirty devil worshiper. You're a dirty demon, you know. So, and to this guy, I'm just a dirty infidel. I'm a dirty kafir. I'm a dirty abid. So, you know, it is what it is, man. You know, I'm accustomed to the religious supremacy. I'm accustomed to getting denigrated because I be with the ancestors. It's cool. You know, like guys like this don't bother me. Guys like this don't bother me, bro. That's why I said earlier, guys like this, that's the reason why the AES stocking up on drones, stocking up on fighter jets, because they're going to use it on guys like this. But listen, man, maybe he doesn't understand it, but when it comes to us on this side, on the Pan-African side, we love our people. Regardless of where you from, regardless of what you pray, we love our people because we understand that we went through similar things, similar hardships, similar trials and tribulations. And in order to build a bright future, in order to build a prosperous future, we're going to have to unite our forces. That's what we understand. And these networks of cooperation are going to stretch far beyond, you know, tribal commonalities or religious commonalities. No, it's going to go beyond that. It's bigger than that, right? And you seen the other day, you saw black folks from all over the world that was marching in solidarity with the Captain, with Ibrahim Traoré, all over the world. Folks in Europe, folks in Jamaica, folks in New York City, folks all over the world. That's why the Captain, that's why Ibrahim Traoré came on social media and he said, thank you to all the Pan-Africanists around the world, right? Because that's what it was. It was us from day one having his back, and it's still us on the front line still to this day having his back. I'm sorry to tell you, brother. You know, so it ain't about no ethnic supremacy, religious supremacy, none of that. Anyways, man, it's your boy Nefakari, the Salim, back in the Billy S indeed. Cash App in the description. Support the album, Sahel 1816. Go to my homepage or go to my playlist section. Enjoy the album, and I'm gone. Peace.
Told me she loved me and said that it's real. So independent, ain't signing no deal. Feel like a king and I'm up at Cap Henry. I'm in the citadel, top of the hill. Trying to run up and we let off a cannon. Secret location, I'm keeping it sealed. You ain't retaliate, Franco Medina came to the country and he got killed. You ain't retaliate. they ride for your mans. Thought you was loyal, thought you was real. Didn't even wanna come pick up the body. Had your man locked up, he died in the cell. Up at the palace, I'm throwing a party. Right on the south and I'm giving them hell. And my little shorty, she looking exotic. African features, she casting a spell. Run to the check like I work on my fitness. Wake up each morning and handle my business. Said that she love me, she want my genetics. Wanna get married and make it official. Wanna get married and have my babies. Up in the city, I'm riding Mercedes. Up in the city, they treat me like royalty. Feeling like Dolph, talking about lords. Spreading my wings and I had to get fly. Up at the top, an incredible vibe. Came from the bottom, I'm up in the sky. Gave one look and said, baby, you fine. Wake up each morning and handle my business. They just be talking, you see me, I live it. Ride on my enemies, sounding like thunder. 1804, got that shit in my spirit. 1804 when I step in the building. 1804, that's word of my mother. Rock my women and die for my brother. Never gon' fall when I'm deep under pressure. Tell them we back and they better accept it. Move like a king, every step is divine. Ride on my enemies with no exception. Taking revenge and I'm taking what's mine. Pour up a drink and it's time that we toast. Watching my back, keep my enemies close. Only the family, I stick with my brothers. Cannon's position outside of the coast. Heavy artillery for the protection. Move like a general, stick to the code. Feel like a king when I'm up in the north. Beautiful women, they trying to get chose. Launch an invasion all over the south. Capture the capital with all my woes. Look at my energy and my demeanor. Dripping that ice and that's head to my toes. Lately I'm flexing all on the Americans. Flexing my muscle on missing my road. Just got a carriage just coming from London. Boy, that shit cash, I ain't taking no loans. Boy, that shit cash, that's fresh on the boat. Enemy know I got millions in gold. Enemy know I got choppers and cannons. How did I do it? They can't understand it. How did I do it? It's cause I'm relentless. Call me King Harry, my name is cemented. Call me King Harry, I'm up in the palace. Call me King Harry, I'm raising the status.